guys, welcome back to my channel. It's aka Baby here, and I'm back with another video. First of all, before we get into this video, if you're new to this channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. And without further ado, let's get it, let's go. So you guys, I'm coming to you today to talk about something really important that has been going around in the world. That is the whole COVID-19 situation, and I'm just gonna be talking about 5 major things that COVID-19 has messed up for me in 2020. Let me just start by saying I know a lot of people have been affected, a lot of businesses have been affected, economies have been affected due to COVID-19, and I know everybody had plans for 2020, which basically Corona just spoiled or pushed. I'm just here to share with you guys some of those things that have changed for me due to COVID-19. And so yeah, I'm just gonna start with the first one, and the first one and the most important one is school and graduation. So as we all know, when COVID-19 started, schools and jobs and people were moving to online to complete their degrees online for graduation and whatnot. And so obviously my school was one of the schools that had to go online and do that. I was supposed to graduate this year. My graduation ceremony was supposed to be on the 15th of May. Well, as a senior, you have to do basically your research project or your thesis statement and whatnot, and it was kind of like a field experiment basically. So I had to share questionnaires, basically just have a sample group and a location, basically just proper research that you're supposed to do for you to graduate. And so with COVID-19, so I had to come back home. Mind you, I go to school in Adamawa State in Yola, so I had to fly back home, and my research was put on hold. And although I'm done with all my requirements to graduate, I'm done with all the classes and whatever, it was more difficult for me to actually finish my research project. So now, instead of me actually getting my degree and actually being the graduate that I'm supposed to be, I still have to finish my research project. There are some people that are actually lucky that got their data before they went back home, but unfortunately people like me that didn't get enough data, I had to get incomplete. So now I have to go back to school to finish up my research project before I can then collect my degree and say I'm a graduate. COVID-19 held me back in that way. Most likely in my papers and certificates, it's gonna say class of 2021 instead of class of 2020. And I don't know about you guys, but that's a huge setback for me. That's a huge ass setback for me. I think about it a lot all the time. That's the same thing. I think about it a lot. So I have to now spend another semester. So COVID-19 extended my stay in AUN, basically. And then the next one is looking for a job. COVID-19 also spoiled that because a lot of businesses were getting closed down. People were now having to work from home. Businesses and companies that are actually looking for new people to hire weren't even hiring anymore because they're oh, what's the point coming in because of COVID-19? Everybody is in quarantine, everybody is on lockdown, people are working from home now. So it just made that whole process more difficult for me, because I couldn't be active, going out to actually find something to do, because it was there's nothing you can do now. There's nothing you can. I mean, now things are getting better, thankfully. Thank God, things are almost going back to normal. So my life, I can get my life together. A lot of people can actually start getting their lives together. But then during quarantine, during lockdown, that is what COVID-19 did for me. It just kept me on hold. And yeah, the next one, what's the third? I said 5, right? I'm gonna say 5. I said 5, right? Third one, I remember. Third one is actually that shit is getting more expensive in like other countries, and your economy is good and it's bomb, and prices have reduced because of COVID-19 and whatnot. It was the complete opposite here in Nigeria. Like when there was lockdown, you had to pay for literally everything. Going to the market, you had to pay to enter the markets. You know, things that people were already selling, like people that had shops, that they already had their materials inside the shops before COVID-19 hit. All of a sudden, those merchandise that were in your shop are suddenly increased. How? Like, I understand if you say, oh, you increase the price for other things because of borders are closed and importing, but this stuff has been in your shop for months now, and like, you had them before COVID-19 struck, so why are you increasing the price? Why are you doing that? People were just taking advantage of COVID-19 and of lockdown, and you know, a lot of stuff was getting ridiculously expensive. Like, these are things that you want to buy, as in ordinary biscuits that was 150 yesterday is 350 today. Why? Because of COVID-19. Why? Because, oh, you know, people are going to rush to come and buy things because they said it's lockdown, and you know, people are coming to come and stack up, and you know, people are coming to stack up for the lockdown and coming to, you know, get things to go home. So you're increasing the price just so you can make more money, like just so you can be selfish and make more money. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm talking about, but that was the situation we're facing. I just feel like with the whole situation, you should even be able to, you know, help. You don't necessarily have to even reduce the price, but why don't you just keep it the same and at least be grateful that people are coming to buy from you? Like, you will still get that money, you will still get that profit. You might even still make more profit because more people are going to come and buy in like bulk. So you now increasing the price, that like just for your own benefit, that's just mean and that's just wicked. That was just something that I was really concerned about for like a while. So the fourth thing I would say that COVID-19 spoiled for me is YouTube. And I'm gonna explain why I said COVID-19 spoiled YouTube for me. So how COVID-19 spoiled YouTube for me is in regards to content. A lot of places closed, like there was nothing to do. Even if you, like, that's one of the reasons why I didn't even start doing my YouTube earlier on during COVID, because there's just gonna be nothing to put out there. Like, even if I want to stay indoors, you know, and talk, at some point it's gonna like get boring. Even if people are home and like they watch YouTube more, they watch TV more, you know, they watch Netflix more, at some point you like run out of like what to show people, you know, you run out of things to do. At this point, I would just like to say like kudos to those people who actually like kept going, kept posting videos during COVID, because that just shows that you're truly an influencer. That just shows that you're truly, you know, motivated. You're truly an icon that people can look up to, because, you know, you tried, you survived, you kept it going, you stuck to like posting videos for your subscribers, like you didn't want to let them down, and you didn't. You actually did that. You did that shit, so you should be proud of yourself for doing that. And then, last but not least, you guys, I think people that are in long-term relationships can probably relate to this, because COVID, I'm in a relationship, you guys. I have a boyfriend, if you don't know, and so we don't live in the same city. I live in Port Harcourt and he lives in Lagos, and as much as I'd love to stay in Lagos, or as much as I love to travel and visit him, like everybody just had to go home. Like you had to go home, live with his parents. I live with my parents, so it's not like we're staying in the same house. So everybody like had to go home, and it's really took a toll. I mean, it is taking its toll on like our relationship and whatnot in regards to like communication and just long distance is like hard enough on its own, and then when you're now forced to be at home, like even if you're doing long distance, you know, you can like fly out to see the person, or the person can fly out to see you, but it's more difficult when you're forced to stay at home, when airports are closed, when there's no flights, when borders are closed. That you really know that the only way to communicate is like through your phone, like having phone calls or having video calls. Normally, I'm just the kind of person that hates phone calls. I freaking hate phone calls. Like sometimes if I don't have credit, I'll just be like, thank God, because anybody that flashes me, anybody that calls me, dude, I don't have credit to call you back. Rather you text me so that I can have time to reply, you know, and I can do other things while I'm texting you. But you just know that that is the only way that you have to communicate with this person. That is the only way that you have to talk to this person. I'm like, unless you really don't care about the person. It's really annoying, and it can actually affect your relationship with that person, because communication gets even more difficult, especially if you're the kind of person that really can't talk about things, or really don't understand emotions through like phone or through text messages. That's what COVID-19 did to me. That's what COVID-19 is doing to me. If you really care about the person, you push through, you figure it out. You figure out the way to like talk to the person. You figure out the way to make it spicy. I mean, shit. So you guys, that was everything. That was 5. I think that was all the 5 things that COVID-19 has affected me in my life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys found this video interesting. I just felt like, let me just share this with you guys, because I know a lot of people are going through shit during this time. So I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone. So we're all in this together. Let's just try and encourage each other during these times, you know. Let's all try to be creative and innovative, you know, and find a way to actually live with, you know, being online and doing stuff online, because like the world is changing. So you need to find a way to make yourself relevant and, you know, keep up. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. It is always fun to be on here and talk to you guys. And yeah, thank you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.